Hi, everyone. Thanks for your interest in Philosophy 3022F this year. I'm Dr. Hill, and in this little video, I'm going to introduce you to how I'll be using Microsoft Teams as an e-learning management platform this year. If you're new to Teams, I'd recommend that you review the tutorials available through Microsoft or LinkedIn Learning, which Western has a subscription to. You can find links to these resources in the course Trello board described in another little video. Teams is essentially a communication platform. It's Microsoft's answer to Slack. If you're familiar with Slack, you'll understand what Teams is all about. We have access to it through our Western Office 365 subscription. Because it's tied to your Western status, you should be using your Western credentials to log in and access Teams. You can access it through a browser or the Teams app. Let me share my screen to show you both. Here's how you get to it through your browser. As part of your Western Office 365 plan, you have a screen like this that shows all your apps. You just go and find the Team app and click on it, and it'll open up a new tab with your team site right in it. You can see my team site already has things populated for it. The app is what I tend to use. The app is I've already downloaded, and it looks like this. One bit of general advice for when you get started, regardless of which way you want to access it. Check and set the notifications when you set up your Teams account or join a new team, because the default is to send you emails for everything going inside a team, which is an annoyingly heavy load. What I want to talk about today is how we'll be using this for our course communications and collaborations. Let's begin with the chat feature. The chat is one of the features that's on the left side of the screen. I hope that you can see that okay. It's on the left, it's on this left bar. It's right here. What we'll be using is a group chat, which I've started here. As soon as students enroll in the course, I'll be adding them to the group, so we have everyone in the group. I need to draw some personal boundaries around the chat, which is why I'm using a group chat. I'm sure you all understand that, but the boundary is going to be, I'm not going to respond to any private chat messages regarding the course questions or materials. Neither will I respond to any calls or invitations for video conferences directed at me through Teams. Any private and confidential messages for me should be sent through the OWL Messenger, or in the case of emergencies only, through email. This is in addition to the policy I'm going to have of not responding to administrative questions that are already answered in the syllabus. I greatly appreciate your respect for my time and energy in acknowledging these boundaries. As I said before, the chat for the course will be a group chat, and I'll attend to it and react to it during certain hours of the week. As of this time, I've not decided on which of those days and hours will be. I will post and inform all of you of those hours as soon as I've determined how to manage my fall schedule. During these prescribed hours, however, I will respond quickly, even if not immediately, and everything posted up to and during those hours will be addressed as needed. I would like most of our communication to occur through the channels within Teams. When you go to Teams and you see that our team is Philosophy 3022F, and there are 3 channels here: the general channel, the administrative questions channel, and the Q&A channel. I've tried to keep it clean and simple. The general channel is where you can find information about course announcements and messages for the whole class. You can see the material in here is just stuff about what I've added to the team site so far. It's pretty straightforward and pretty basic. This is not a channel that I will expect students to be replying to or adding content to. I expect students to be adding content or contributing to the other 2 channels. The administrative questions channel is here. This is where there are 3 different conversations within that channel: questions about the syllabus, questions about assessments, and questions about the extra credit option. To reply is to one of these conversations, whichever one's appropriate, you just click the reply tab and you can start typing. If you want to have the rich text editor, you click on the A with a paintbrush and you get the rich text editor feature. This is, I find this to be more useful because if you're just in the ordinary tab and you hit reply, it posts. If you want to break your comment or your reply into paragraphs, open the rich text editor. As an instructor, I've set up the conversations. You guys shouldn't have access to create a new conversation. You guys should have access to simply reply. That'll keep things a lot simpler and a lot neater, I think, for all of us. I've not given students permission to tag or mention people or channels in their replies. The idea behind this is that it prevents unwanted intrusions. We can revisit this as a group when we talk about the class charter. If people appreciate being tagged when necessary, and it's agreed by everyone that this will not be abused, I don't have a problem with allowing it. But let's talk about that when we talk about the class charter. The power of Teams as an e-learning management platform lies in what's integrated into the Teams space. The things that are integrated are always in the general channel, or at least I'll always put them in the general channel. You can post things in specific channels if you want, but for the class, we'll use the general channel. Every team site has a section for posts and a section for files. What's new or what's distinctive for the classroom is the tools that we have integrated into our team space. The first one is Microsoft OneNote. This generates 3 different tabs. These tabs are along the top of our team space. The 3 tabs are the class notebook, the assignments, and the grades tabs. I'll say more about all of these when I introduce you in a small little video to the OneNote program or platform. Where you can find them in the team space is along this top menu bar as tabs. I've also added a tab for the Trello board that I've made for the class. Again, you click on the tab and it'll bring up the Trello board right in the team space. You can access everything that you want from Trello right in the team space. That's one of the advantages I find about using Microsoft Teams to collaborate and for our e-learning management platform. The final 2 tabs that I have here are from Microsoft Stream, which is a place that we can house and share video content. It satisfies all of the criteria that Western lays down for privacy and security. What we'll be doing is recording the sessions that we have for class discussion and class Q&A, and then those recordings will be made accessible here through the Stream site that I've set up for the class, and that site is linked to the team space. So you shouldn't have to leave the team space to get almost everything that you need. The idea is that all of the day-to-day activities can occur directly in the Teams app or through the Teams browser. And the only time you really need to access OWL is when you want to submit your term paper, which we have to use OWL for because OWL is connected to turnitin.com. When you want to check your official course grade, because we have to use OWL for grades as the registrar dictates, and when you want to communicate with me privately and confidentially through the messenger function. Everything else should be accessible through Teams and largely through the general channel on the Teams app. I hope that this brief overview lets you see how I expect us to be using Microsoft Teams for Philosophy 3022F this year. If you have questions about the team space itself or how to access it and use it, you should check out the tutorials and information that Microsoft and LinkedIn Learning make available. For brief overviews and walkthroughs of the other integrated programs and apps, please see the appropriate video linked to the course Trello site. Please let me know if you have any additional questions about our use of Teams. Thanks. Bye.